What's up, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit the subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back, guys. I'm gonna talk a little bit about something. Now, it's a rumor. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's a fact, but I mean, from what I'm hearing, and I tried to look it up and stuff, I haven't seen it. But then again, I don't think anything like this would be on the internet right now until it's organized. But supposedly, since Ed Reed has not been offered the coaching job at Bethune-Cookman, supposedly tomorrow, which would be Monday, students are supposed to have a protest, including student athletes and I guess everyone else, like other students too, to where they're going to protest that Ed Reed didn't get hired. Now, is that a good thing? Yeah, I think it's a good thing. But I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I mean, I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't be honest with you. So whatever the kind of comments I get out of this, it is what it is. I'm a free thinking person, so I can take it. But guys, honestly, man, I'm going to really talk about it. I want to say this. If they do protests, right? I appreciate them showing the solidarity and all that stuff, but I don't think, guys, and I'm being dead honest, in the beginning of the video I'm saying this, and I'll support why. I don't think Ed Reed will come back. I don't even think he wants to come back after, everything that's happened, and the way it went down. I don't even think he would want to come back. And I know for a fact they don't want him back. And they're the ones that hold the power. That's why I say I don't think this is going to happen, regardless of if they protest or not. And it's a good thing. And it's a good thing for them students to show solidarity, But let me just say this. I made a video last night that did pretty well. And there's a few things, after I slept on it, I thought about. And some of them go with what I said last night, but there's other things I didn't put into the video that I didn't think about. Yesterday, this morning I went and looked back at the rant Ed Reed did on social media yesterday while he was addressing students. The students that he was addressing, a lot of the students came down there, because if you look at his Instagram, it was showing him meeting and greeting students, I guess when he was pulling up to, the school. Supposedly it was like 23 or 20-something new recruits coming to the school to meet Ed Reed. Now, I'm going to tell you this part I think is messed up. And I think Bethune-Cookman, they were upset about what he did with social media and all that stuff. In their statement, if you subliminally read it, it tells you exactly what they were mad at Ed Reed about, but they did it in a professional way, the way they wrote it. But you can read between the lines and check it out. But check it out. This is what I think. I think, honestly, guys, and this is just me, and I'm like standing on it, honestly. I think the day they fired him, the time they fired him was calculated. They calculated, we'll get him back. And the reason why I say they say we'll get him back, Ed Reed said that stuff last week, right? Now, I did find out, I'll get to that. He said that last week. Who's Ed Reed's boss? The AD. Who's right over Ed Reed is the AD, Reggie Theus, right? Former NBA player. Supposedly, is the AD. Now, I remember, and one of my subscribers had left a comment, and thank you so much for bringing this up. I can't remember your name. I would have shouted you out. I'm sorry, I'm bad with that. I got to start writing people's names down, guys. But honestly, Reggie Theus had got hired a while ago, I guess when he first started, what was that, 2021? As the head coach of Bethune-Cookman basketball. And I was like, damn, I remember he was a basketball coach at HBCU. I didn't know it was Bethune-Cookman. Now he's the AD / basketball coach, which is odd, but I mean, it is what it is. If it works for them, it works for them. But the reason why I say it's calculated, him and Reggie Theus and Ed Reed has to report to Reggie Theus because he's the athletic director. In normal circumstances, they would be like this, in reference to dealing with each other. Not to jump on Coach Prime, but remember Coach Prime, when he did his address leading the kids, the AD was right there next to him. You know what I'm saying? He gave the AD props. Hey, I appreciate it. And they both gave mutual respect and then went on. I think, like I said, it was a disconnection between Reggie Theus, the AD, and Ed Reed, the football coach. Remember, one play basketball, one play football. I'm not saying that's a big thing, but I mean, the philosophies might be a little bit different on how to deal with team, because they're two different type of sports, run two different type of ways, and it might have been some friction. But I guarantee you there was friction between Reggie Theus and Ed Reed. The reason why I said he calculated his firing was this. He said that stuff last week. Normally at a place where you do that and you go all off the handle and all that stuff, you fly off the handle, what do companies do? Not even a university, just a company. Okay, you know what? You got a smart mouth. This is how it's going to be. You know what? We can't use you. Remember, he wasn't under contract, so they could have snapped their fingers. Ed, you know what? You ain't going to get the job. And it would have took a week, right? Makes sense. This is the part that I think is some flim-flammery. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Becky Pound. That's his thing. That's his slogan. I ain't going to say it was mine. But shout out. Listen, the flim-flammery. Here come the flim-flammery. Check it out. Y'all could have offed him any time this week, right? I'm sure you and Reggie Theus, because he the AD, you know he talked to you. You know y'all talked to him. Could have offed him anytime. It's no contract. Hey, you know what, Ed? You can kick rocks, brother. You ain't Bethune-Cookman material. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the type of guy we need. No. Yeah, he issued an apology, but it was time before he issued that apology. I think what he did, he did the rant. The rant came out in the news Sunday. Then Tuesday, I think he made the apology. And I think he made the apology after he spoke to Deion Sanders. Because somebody got in his ear, because the way he was saying that, he didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? He was fed up. So I think somebody got in his ear. And I'm most sure, likely, it's Coach Prime, because yesterday when he talked and he did that rant, Coach Prime said, listen, hey, man, we talked about this. We talked about this. Just, but, Coach Prime can handle things different than Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? Well, he had handled things different than Ed Reed. And, you can't never question somebody's passion. And you can't judge how they show their passion a lot of times, especially if their heart's in the right place. Now, the recruits came, right? He could have got fired all the way up, leading up there, and they were supposed to be having, and this is supposed to be an event where they were coming. So why didn't you fire him if you know that the recruits was coming? You could have had somebody else stand in. No, they used him as Ed Reed's going to be the coach. Come on down. And then when they came on down, what happened yesterday? Because as soon as he heard the news, he ran up in there and blasted them. They made sure everybody came in, I guess the night before, or whenever them recruits came in. That morning, Ed Reed hype, he thinking everything back to normal. Yeah, we're going to drop the hammer on this nigga. Hey, let me talk to you, Ed. Brother, after consideration, we're not going to ratify your contract. We're not going to give you the contract. We're going to go in another direction. You know what I'm saying? And I think Ed Reed lost it. Oh, hell no, I'm going to blast these niggas one last time. And he went in there and he said what he had to say. And I think that's messed up. If you're going to be business-minded, you're going to use integrity and all these other intangibles that you said you had, you could have nipped him in the butt because you owed him no responsibility. And that could have been that. And the fire was hot. Yeah, he blasted y'all. When y'all fired him then, if y'all had fired him then, you would have been in the clear. Because a lot of people, hey, Ed Reed shouldn't have did that. Ed Reed this. I have my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it's neither here nor there. Y'all had time to get rid of him. I think they still used him as if he was going to come there to get them recruits to come in there and see that. And come in there and just get them there. And then we'll let him go. Because now it looks like an embarrassment because he promised these kids something. And now when they get here and he come in there to meet them, all of a sudden he's embarrassed. The ultimate embarrassment. I think it's messed up. And I did find out they have a president. His name is Lawrence Drake. Right? Now, I don't know the gentleman, and I'm not going to blast on him or nothing like that. I don't know. But I will say this, and this is just intriguing to me. Ed Reed said a couple of things, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, this is what I think happened. This is why I might catch flack. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, I'm just going by life lessons and seeing how people react and putting two and two together. Check it out. This is what I think. I think that when he was talking about snakes, he was talking about Reggie Theus. right? And the reason why I say he was talking about Reggie Theus, I think between Reggie Theus and Ed Reed, it was a difference. It was three differences. Differences in philosophy. Ed Reed is up front. You know what I'm saying? He coming in here with the no nonsense attitude. He want to get things done. I want to help the kids. Reggie Theus is a company type, more of a trust the process, company type person. I don't want to say company man, but I mean he'd been there a while. He knows how things work. I think he was trying to explain them to Ed, but the way he was trying to explain them, Ed wasn't trying to hear it, because he might have took it as, it's some game you trying to pull. And the reason why I said it, like, with the philosophy, like, hey, listen, Ed, we don't do that here. Just relax, brother. Listen, it's going to get taken. And Ed, like, nah, man, it's something small. Just do it. Ed, we got a certain way of doing things down here. And, I think Ed had a problem with grasping with that. And that's why I say, a lot of it was with the character. I think they used Ed Reed's character in certain situations, i.e. him blowing up on Instagram. They used that against him to get him out of there, because I think Reggie Theus thought, hey, I cannot work with this man. He's going to be a problem at this school. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, when you recruit people, you try to recruit people that are more like you or whatever. The team going to rally around the coach because he's like a father figure. I don't think Reggie Theus wanted to deal with that type of thing. What do we, this guy going to be hard to get rid of if he gets some power, or, and I'm not saying he was saying that. But I mean, when you're dealing with somebody that you're over, you want to have some type of level of what? Control. Somebody tell me I'm lying. You want to have some type of level of control over somebody. You want to be like, hey, if I come to you and raise my voice as your boss, you understand I'm in charge. I don't think he's seen that in Ed. Hey, I can't work with this guy. And Ed Reed is a big dude. I don't know if y'all know that. I mean, he wear loose clothes. Ed Reed got some guns on him, some cannons. You know what I'm saying? And he's a defensive player, like no nonsense up in your face type. I think another thing was, motive. Reggie Theus just want to come in, do his job, chill, and, be the basketball coach and all this other stuff. But the AD gets pulled in a lot of direction. AD got to settle disputes. AD got to, promote things and ask a lot from the coaches and the athletic department. And I think the motive of Ed Reed was, I don't think you doing what you supposed to do. How you going to be the AD and the coach at the same time when coaching is a full-time thing, whether it's basketball or football? And I think they had a lot of differences. That's all I think it is. And then the bottom line, it came down to this. President Lawrence Drake. President Drake, I don't know the man. Like I said, I don't know the man, but remember, AD report to him. So who's the middleman? Somebody that thinks he can't work with you. It was a lose-lose. Ed Reed didn't have no chance. This is why he said snakes. I think he was talking about Reggie Theus. He might have told Reggie Theus might have told him something one way, but it got back to the president another way. And the reason why I say he say snakes is because I think the people that he's called, the person, whoever he's calling snakes, when he got fired, that's when they showed their head. And I wouldn't be surprised if the president told him he wasn't going to get the job instead of Reggie Theus. And that's why he probably might have said he was a snake. Because a lot of you guys and girls out there know when you have an issue with somebody and you get fired, a lot of times you know who got you fired, because it's always the person that's not standing around. And I think Reggie Theus wasn't there when he got dismissed. Because look, we go back to the President Lawrence Drake, right? Who goes to Lawrence Drake? The AD. He will report to the he would report anything in the sports complex or anything dealing with sports issues. The AD, Reggie Theus, reports to Lawrence Drake, the president. You know what I mean? Everything has to be okay for funding and money and all that stuff. President got to know about it. Now, Lawrence Drake, a little bit of background on the man. He has a doctorate in psychology. with the emphasis on media psychology. Where did Ed Reed blow him up at? Social media. Immediately sparked his interest, you know, and it upset him, and that gave the AD a reason to go to Lawrence Drake, who has a doctorate in psychology and an emphasis on media psychology, how the media affects people's thinking and actions, and he used that against Ed Reed because Ed Reed went live on social media. That's all I'm saying. Guys, I think if you protest, it would be a good thing to show that you love the man and supported him and you wanted him to be there. But honestly, you know, me as a football fan and, you know, a lot of people covering the story and thinking about the story, we left with what was. Just like you guys protesting. We left with what was and a dream of what it could have been. What it could have been. With that being the case, I'm Stock Market Steve. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Didn't want to offend nobody. And I'm not throwing Reggie Theus under the bus. But as far as the line, the chain of command, the finger, it seems like it's pointing to Reggie. Reggie had the problem. Reggie could run to the president where Reed couldn't have access to him. And he finagled his way to this man up here, you know, the president, and got Reed out. You know, everybody's hands is clean, even though we know there's dirt on the other side. But it is what it is. You guys take care. Thanks so much for stopping by.